Welcome back to Frontier Bobs, an actual play RPG played in the acid western role-playing game Frontier Scum by Carl Druid.
Yeehaw! I'm Janette, and I'm playing Killdread Sprains, wanted dead for casual murder.
Hi, I'm Shubert. I'll be playing Billy Bigtoes Tamburino, wanted dead or alive for wanton loitering.
Hi, I'm Cristina, and I'm playing Mariposa Dela Cruz Rosales, also known as Smiley, and I got attempted grave robber to my name.
Yippee! I'm Dan, and I'm playing Archie Elseworth. I'm wanted dead for attempted picketing.
I'm Shaun, your game marshal. And if you like what you hear, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast and check out our Patreon at www.patreon.com/thehouseofbob. Last time on Frontier Bobs, our outlaws finished the fight with Makarty's henchmen, taking the scoundrel and 2 of his men prisoner. They looked inside the wooden crate that the mercenaries were making off with to find that it houses a strange clockwork contraption. They returned to Snakehole Pier, and the doctor and Sharky Smith attempted to deactivate the bomb that had been hidden inside the water barrels. Unfortunately, they failed catastrophically, detonating the bomb. Our outlaws went to bed, hoping that they would have sweet dreams that didn't have dismembered bodies and ash and the sound of explosions resonating within their eardrums. You awaken now to the peaceful sound of songbirds devouring little lizards in the desert.
Aww.
The cycle of life. Good morning, outlaws.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Billy Bigtoes just wakes up screaming.
Oh, okay.
He's not a doctor, huh?
Not that kind of doctor.
Yeah. Well, you look around Snakehole Pier, you see that it is worse for wear. Some of the canyon wall has collapsed into this central gathering area. There is dust covering just about everything from the explosion. And you see Beatrice. She has grabbed herself a small cup of water and is currently standing up on top of one of the ridge walls here looking out at the sunrise.
That's fair.
What do you do?
Such a good question.
Killdread will go over to Beatrice in the morning.
Oh, good morning, Killdread.
How'd you sleep?
Not very well. I found myself waking up every few minutes. Eventually, I just stared up at the sky.
Were you in the dock close?
You know, not really that close, but we'd traveled together for a few months, you know. I had gotten to know him a little bit, and same with everyone else in my caravan, but now it seems like I'm the last. No one else survived, apparently, and here I am in the camp of the people that killed most of my friends. Then the doctor, his good nature, he sacrificed himself, hoping that he could, I don't know. What were we even going to do with that dynamite?
I don't know if I'll ever get over her, but
Wait,
you gotta
what?
try, you know?
And did he just make this about himself?
Last night.
he just pretended that she asked about you and Black Eye.
Wow. I love Killdread so much. Have I told you that?
It's like a competition for who can be the worst person.
Beatrice
So cool.
looks at you, smiles in a condescending kind of way, drinks some water out of her cup, and is like, I think I'm going to go have a smoke. I'll talk to you later.
No, wait. I wanted to say that this life is cruel and you're alone a lot. But you know that all the experiences you've had with Doc and your friends and other people, it just makes you harder. And one day, you're not going to care as much. And I think that's a good thing. Because this life, there's not that much worth caring about. You have a good one, Beatrice.
It's so sad.
I think I see that on the horizon, Killdread. And yeah, she turns away from you. You both turn away from each other and walk off in different directions.
Well, I tried.
Cue the sad music.
Great job.
Wow.
Thanks.
I liked it.
All right. Let's pull Makarty out.
All right. So, Archie, you head over to the pit where you see a couple of Black Eyes men have been guarding it overnight. They peel back the canvas tarp. It's the exact same shot we did a couple episodes ago where the canvas tarp pulls up and we see everybody inside.
Mm-hmm.
Makarty is sitting on the ground, his back against the wall. He's kind of clutching the back of his head where he's got this huge goose egg from the strike that Mariposa brought down with her mighty saber. And he squints up against the light. The other two henchmen also squint up.
Makarty, you two-timing son of a bitch. Get on out here.
Throw me down a rope and I will come right up.
All right. We'll throw him a rope.
Okay, and he scrambles up it. He's now amongst all of you.
All right, let's tie him up first. I don't want no shady business.
Yep. Tie him up.
And let's sit him on a chair maybe in the cave or something. Have a little chat.
Dingo, Rogier, whatever your name is.
He stares back at you, his cruel-looking mustache slightly disheveled from a night within the pit. You see he's also covered with this haze of dust from the explosion. You've got like an oil lantern maybe like swinging above him in the cave as the light dances across his face. There's these dark, strong shadows. He's kind of squinting back at you in order to try and see you against the bright light. What is this?
We want answers.
What do you expect I should tell you?
Answer us.
Answers.
The man's asking you a question, damn it.
All right, this isn't going well. I'm going to pat him down first, actually, before we get really going into it. I want to see what he has on him.
Make me one of them rolls.
Make me.
This will be a wits.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Roll D66.
Ooh. 43.
43.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you find one of those small flippy Zippo lighters, but old schooler.
Cool.
More old school than that.
All right. I hand it to Bigtoes.
Okay. Roll me again.
45.
A stick of lip balm.
God damn it.
Nice.
No wonder your lips look so...
Give me another one.
I'm glad I didn't finish that. I don't know what I was going to say.
No,
Yeah, so luscious.
I just trail off just staring at his lips. 31.
You find an iron pocket watch. You flip it open and you see that one side is a compass and the other side is this little clockwork watch. So you'd have to like wind it up every so often to keep it running.
I keep that one for myself.
And lastly, you find a crumpled up wad of paper inside his coat pocket, jacket, like his chest pocket. You pull it out and it is wanted posters
Oh.
for each of you.
Oh.
Not Billy Big Toes, but Clem Cuddles is in here.
Why do you have these?
I was told to keep an eye out and make sure that your mission was successful.
Do you know what our mission entailed?
You were to deliver the water.
And do you know what was in that water?
I have my suspicions.
But you weren't explicitly told.
I did not ask such questions.
Now, why were you poisoning these folks' water? Why do you have so much hatred in your heart?
He squints past you, maybe Black Eye is in the background somewhere, and tries to lock eyes with her one eye.
The Snakehole Bandits are infringing on Marshal Nav's territory. We were ensuring that our water is the primary source in the valley.
All right.
If we're the only ones with clean water, then everyone else has to pay for it.
You want to have a monopoly?
And this other town that we were delivering to, they had their own water, I suspect.
They might not, but what would they say to a delivery of clean water?
Mm-hmm.
We think they would take it, wouldn't you?
Well, I feel like this was a setup. We were going there, deliver water. It blows up half their town, and we're to blame.
Of course it was a setup.
You can see why we might be a little mad at Marshal Knapp, and by association, you.
Yes, I suppose you may feel justified to feel vindictive towards us.
Yep.
But is the way of the desert.
Now, your problem was getting caught. I think your plan was pretty smart other than that. Now, we could maybe get in on this plan. I do like this idea of having a water monopoly.
I am sure you do.
Well, if you're not going to help us out, then I don't see why we should help you out.
What else do you need to know?
Well, that automaton that you were stealing, I'm curious what you know about it.
What is an automaton?
Automaton.
It's a folded metal man.
I don't know anything about this. I know that
crate you took.
I know that the bandits stole something from the abbey. I suspected that it was going to be worth my while. Something that Knapp would pay for.
So Knapp didn't even want this.
So you told us to steal it on your own behalf?
I did.
How did you know we had it? They had it.
I keep an eye out everywhere in the desert. I have men who report to me.
So you're saying there's more men out there?
There are more men everywhere. Marshal Knapp commands loyalty and love from many of his warriors.
Not really.
And love? That's weird.
Like a father.
Oh, okay.
They hearken back to him. He protects them, wraps them to his bosom.
Oh, the guy seemed kind of a jerk to me, if you ask me.
Yeah, that guy's a piece of shit.
Well, you had yet to prove yourself to him.
No, he's a turd.
Perhaps if you had made the delivery, Marshal Knapp would have taken you into the fold as well.
Well, now he made enemies.
We could be friends rather than enemies.
Well, he done goofed then.
Yep. I reckon he did. I think he kind of soured on all of us before. You know, he made a real bad first impression.
When did you meet him?
Well, he took away all my stuff.
Oh, did he?
We weren't
That
there.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's a long story. We don't. You weren't there for it, but
Well, I think we might. Well, actually, I wouldn't say this in front of him. Do we have any more questions for him, you guys?
Why would Knapp want to blow up the glass house? I think
that was because of the water supply that they have, right?
Yeah, but blowing it up isn't going to destroy their water supply.
Yeah.
It's just going to kill a bunch of them.
Well, we don't know that it wouldn't blow up their water supply.
I don't know how you blow up a water supply. If it's like a well or something?
Depends on how they get water. If it's groundwater, they have like little ways to pull it up. If it's an aqueduct.
Oh my God. They blew up the whole goddamn river.
Do you ask him any of this?
Yeah, let's ask him. How these other people get their water? You got eyes everywhere. You probably know.
The glass house is secretly connected to the railroad.
Oh.
They get their deliveries on the regular from Covet City.
You know that Covet City is like a capital city far to the east.
Why not stop their water supply? Like blow up the train tracks? Why blow up the town?
The train tracks are a valuable resource. If we can destroy the glass house or disrupt their operations, then Marshal Knapp can intercept their restock and do more damage to them. Then it is just a matter of time before he controls their rig, the desert, the railroad, so much more.
Were they not allies before? Him and the glass house?
No, the glass house is managed by the incorporation.
That sounds daunting.
You would know, having come from out east, that the incorporation is like capitalism, like to its T.
Ew.
Okay.
It is a conglomerate of companies that seek to extract as much wealth as possible. They control entire cities. on the backs of industry. They are essentially slavers. They're resource extractors. They are swindlers and bureaucrats.
Okay.
And a lot of the outlaws out here kind of fight back against that because they can't really make it for themselves if the incorporation dominates everything.
Right.
I see.
I hold up my wanted poster to the other guys, and I say, I know these guys. They're the reason I'm wanted. Attempted picketing. Wanted dead. I was protesting them destroying my lands. Destroying my hunting grounds.
Wow.
I don't know if I want to go there.
I guess we should have blown it up.
Maybe.
I mean, I feel like regular people probably live there too. Don't want to blow everybody up.
I feel like we should turn them on each other. I like neither.
Now, this is a plan I like.
Yeah.
We're saying this away from Makarty, by the way.
Make up your mind, Dan.
Makarty phases in and out of existence here. So.
As we're talking to each other, he's like asleep.
We just yell earmuffs every once in a while, so he has to.
Yes.
It's hard when he's tied up.
His hands are tied, yeah.
To his head.
All right.
I was really hoping we could find some sort of incriminating paperwork or something to maybe show them. We can't really show them the dynamite that was intended for them.
We could make up a letter and have Makarty write it.
That's true.
You also have a writing sample.
That's true.
But we also have a pit we can put Makarty into, make him write it as we point a gun to his head.
I mean, you have
That's
Knapp's
true.
handwriting.
Oh.
Yeah, we have letters from him.
Oh, right.
But that would require somebody being a good forger.
Hey, Black Eye, do you have a good forger?
Maybe somebody with a steady hand.
I don't think we know anybody like that.
Oh, actually, I have a very steady hand. Just forgot to mention it before.
One of my skills.
Is that one of your skills? Steady hand? You've just been like shifty-eyed about it for the last 2 sessions?
No, unfortunately, no. I'd like to make it one if I rolled like a d20, but yeah, we could try forging a letter.
All right.
I like that. Is there anything else we have for Makarty? I don't really.
So what I would say is before we go forging letters or whatever, let's think about like, where do you want to go? Who would you want to try and give it to? Because otherwise we just have
I
piece
like
of paper.
the idea of just writing letters and not having a plan, Shaun.
Dear Queen Elizabeth.
I like your stamps.
That's how I got wanted for picketing. I didn't really have a good plan. I made signs, but I didn't tell anyone that we were picketing.
So it was just you.
So they kind of singled me out.
Just you with a bunch of strike signs.
I like how you're saying they singled you out when you were the only one there.
Exactly. And it's really hard because I can't write to make signs. So it was more like interpretive drawings.
Just a bunch of frowny faces.
That's why it's attempted.
It was like an arrow pointing at them and then like an angry face. So I was thinking going to the glass house, informing them of Marshal Knapp's plan of blowing up half their town.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we write it like it's from Knapp to us, saying that we have to go and blow up the glass house.
Exactly.
We also let them know that he has discovered their water source and that he plans on disrupting it.
Yeah.
And that maybe they should do something about it.
So I've just added the glass house to your map.
Mm-hmm.
You know that it is, from your position in the maze, it is still to the north. Some other landmarks you've seen or been told about are the Standing Stones, which you remember hearing or reading in a journal that's where the glass housers have their moonlight liturgy. The Poison Spring, which you suspect to be poisoned by Makarty.
Right.
And he's also telling you that there is a railroad that goes to the glass house. A secret railroad.
Oh,
A secret
how do you have a secret
railroad?
railroad?
You guys know that there are railroads kind of all over the place-ish through the wilds of this world. Some of these railroads have been built long ago, and like it's not really common knowledge where many of them end up. You could get on a train and just disappear.
Wow.
Well, that's spooky as hell.
There's got to be some kind of like railroad guide we can find that kind of knows the ways of the rails.
You could also follow them.
Whoa, what?
No.
Because like if we just go willy-nilly like riding around trains, we're never going to find this secret railroad. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I want to find a secret railroad.
I'm pretty pro finding a secret railroad.
Okay.
What does that get us, though?
I don't know, Dan. It just sounds cool.
It does.
Yeah, honestly.
Dan, I was wondering the same.
I agree. I just want to know what we'd do with once we found it. We're like, yeah, this is dope, you guys. It's a sick railroad.
I don't know, but it probably leads somewhere interesting.
You know, it leads to at least the glass house.
Yeah.
Would we like sabotage it?
Well, if we sabotage it, maybe we can use that to actually blame Marshal Knapp.
Yeah, and then we put a note saying like Marshal Knapp sends his regards at the blown up train with that dynamite that we didn't set off.
Yeah, if only we had dynamite.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so let's take a step back here because
I'm getting confused.
I want to. I don't want anybody confused. I want to know what you want to do because at this point, your primary mission was to deliver this water to the glass house.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like that's not happening anymore. You're not going.
Oh, no.
You don't have the dynamite. You're not going to deliver the water.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Team Black Eye.
What does that mean?
That doesn't mean anything to me, Dan.
They get to keep the water.
They're keeping the water. Okay, so
Well,
you've
not
given the
all of
water.
it. Not all of it. We might need to take some of the
Given a
desert.
certain number of barrels that we agreed on in a previous episode to Black
Yes.
Eyed. The rest you're keeping.
Yes.
So I think what I'm looking for is for you guys to decide, like, do you have a new main goal here? Do you want to just see the glass house and see what's up? Do you want to go back and confront Knapp? What is your group's goal? Because I know it's right now it's very open.
I like Dan's plan the most.
Which is what?
Turning them on each other?
Yes.
Yeah, using a fake letter that is from Knapp
Mhm.
that says that he's sending us to send the water barrels that are actually dynamite. So we're going to bring it to him, tell them probably the truth as much as we know,
Okay.
except for the letter, which would be fake. We didn't know, we didn't open it until we checked the water barrels, and then we opened it, and it's going to be like it was meant for them. Like, surprise, blew up your town, bitches.
Surprise, bitches.
I don't know. It was Dan's plan. Why am I explaining it?
Because he did a
Because
bad
mine
job.
wasn't fully thought out yet. Yeah. It's the idea of a plan.
We're workshopping it together here, I think.
You might be thinking too about like what motivates your individual characters at this point, because you were doing this in the hopes of getting paid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I hate both of these now.
We were also being coerced into doing it.
Sure.
Mhm. Yeah, like I think what connects our characters is we all want to get more money. We all don't like Marshal Knapp.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And we all don't like the corpos.
I
Yeah.
personally hate the corpos.
But I think like also we want to make money, which is like we kind of want to be the corpos if we want to make money. Let's be honest.
Well, if we wait. If we know now about this secret railway,
Mm-hmm.
why don't we hijack the train?
Mm-hmm.
We can hold their goods hostage.
Mm-hmm.
In the name of Marshal Knapp?
Yeah.
And then what do we do when they send like 100 goons after us?
Hopefully we just vacate. I want to start a feud between them. That's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And
Right.
since we don't have the dynamite, it's hard to prove like that was his intent. We could just be lying about that. But if we actually like do something in the name of Knapp that they dislike,
Right.
then
So false flag operation.
exactly, just to get them on Knapp's back.
Yeah. How are we going to like show them that it was Knapp? Like, how do we leave that calling card?
Oh, well, we can take something off of good old Gustavo or whatever his name is here.
Yeah, I was thinking we could leave Makarty's dead body there or something. He got run over by the train, time to take it over.
Yeah, good thing we stepped away from him to have this conversation.
and we have the other two guys also, so that'll make it look like there's quite a few in this little coup we're doing.
Exactly. Like, we have these guys, like, there might be some dead people on the train on their side. There might be some dead people on our side. Not us, obviously, but like some of Makarty's men.
No one's ever died in this campaign.
No. R.I.P. Clem. Yeah, so do you like that idea?
Yeah, I think that sounds interesting anyway. We decide to do a little railroad heist.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, we can, in Bigtoes' fashion, we can take some goods, sell them for monies.
Mm-hmm.
That's a main goal of ours. So
yeah. Why don't we crash this railroad right into their town?
I like that. That's pretty cool.
You know that there is a railroad that goes to Fort Gullet, so you could, if you were to acquire a train, you could potentially get it to Fort Gullet. So.
Yeah. All right. I think we maybe have a modicum of a plan.
But like, if we find the secret track, we could just hijack it there, could we not? Potentially. We could just wait for the delivery and grab the train that's coming from there.
Well, we don't know when a delivery is going to happen, though.
Well, we just camp out for a while.
Yeah, exactly.
We got nothing but time, right?
We can assume they get fairly regular deliveries, would be my guess, because I don't know how many people are there, but they probably need regular delivery of water. So I'd imagine it'll only be like a week, like tops or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I like that plan.
And we do need time to get there, too, so that's kind of maybe good.
Okay.
So we're going to go there. We're hijacking a train. We're going to frame Nap by killing his dudes, I guess.
Okay.
And we're just going to this train is going to barrel right through their town.
Okay.
Do we have to take one of these guys as hostage, and take him the whole way with us?
I think we have to take all three of them, but yeah.
Oh, shit.
What does Black Eye think of this plan?
She kind of nods her head, listening to you guys talk.
Yeah, I'm looking for, we want to establish our life out here. If we've got a clean water source, hell, if we've got access to a railroad, we could make ourselves our own town. Wouldn't be having to leech off of and rob scientists or whatever to make things go our way.
That does sound pretty nice.
So maybe we can even enlist her gang's help a little bit with us then? Because it would probably be better than with just a couple of people.
If we're ripping off a train, I'm in.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, good. I clasped Killdread on the back. Well, good man.
So I best you better find out where exactly this secret rail is.
Okay.
And I'll start gathering my men together and getting supplies.
Let's do what we need to do to figure that out.
Well, Makarty is the one who mentioned it, so he probably has the most info on it.
How are we going to get it from him? He didn't hear our sweet plan, so he doesn't know we're going to kill him yet.
Makarty, if I were to take a train to Glasstown, where would I board?
All right, there's 4 guys, and they're all taking a train, and it's 2 hours away.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
A train leaves Fort Gullet at 9 a.m. traveling at...
A secret train travels into town.
So you come back into the cave and you see Makarty sitting in his chair.
Mm-hmm.
He squints up at the light, glares at you, Archie.
You have come back. Is there more that I can help you with?
Yeah. I want to know where this train is. Where these train tracks are.
Yes. I see. To the east. Probably the quickest way from here is go to the spring to the north. It's surrounded by 3 dead trees. You will know it by this. Then from there you travel northeast. You will look for an arch, a great stone arch. Near that, there is a cave that they have blown out. They have made the rail go through the mountains, through the rock itself. A tunnel that cannot be seen from the outside.
Genius.
And you know where this entrance is?
I have seen it. I have followed the glasshousers around as they were working to construct.
And do you think that somebody could find it who, it wasn't pointed out to them?
I think you will have to take me. I could point it out to you.
Well, guys, I think we might have to take him.
Oh, shoot. I guess we are going to have to take him.
Doggone it.
All right. Well, we didn't want to, but we will. Did we have any other questions for him?
No, I don't think so.
Well, we're taking him with us, so we can definitely do that on the road now, too.
Sounds good.
Let's ask Black Eye who wants to come with us from her party.
Right.
Well, a few of us are going to stay back here and hold down the camp. I'll send 6 men with you. I'm going to stay here, though.
But you're staying here.
Got to hold down the fort.
What about Killdread?
No,
Well,
I'm just kidding.
I was just
Damn.
wondering, Killdread, if you're staying or not.
no, I'm coming.
Oh,
Because Black Eye, you're going to stay here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
right.
I know where you live. I'll come back.
Yes, well,
I mean-
we all know where. That was a weird thing to say.
Was it?
That sounded
I don't-
almost threatening.
I don't know. Sounded romantic coming from Killdread. That's like his most romantic he ever been.
I know where you live.
Yeah, you see?
Well, if you say so.
If you say so.
That's what I meant. Like, romantic, like, yeah.
I get it.
Now you stay here or else.
Oh, my. All right.
Oh,
Well,
In
damn.
a room, you two. My goodness.
Whew.
Tell me about the preparations you would make before you head out with 6 additional bandits at your side and Makarty and maybe his 2 henchmen
Yeah, his 2
in
henchmen.
tow. What does this party look like? Are you taking the cart? Are you?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where that's where these guys are going to live now.
Okay.
They live in the cart.
I want to take just 2 of them, Makarty and one of them. 3, I feel like they can maybe attempt like a coup or something.
Yeah.
2 is a little trickier.
Okay.
There's 10 of us, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Less of them, though, the better, I think. I agree.
He's a sneaky guy.
Okay. You pick who lives, who dies.
So these guys kind of like bound and gagged up in the back of the cart next to a water barrel kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I offer them a stick of lip balm.
That's mine.
That's going to come back. You just know that's going to come back.
I read the how to operate a steam powered train manual.
You know how to read?
Where'd you get the book?
Sure do. Yep. It's got lots of pictures.
Yeah, I was to say maybe it's a picture book.
Can you teach me how to read?
Oh yeah. This is called a doohickey. The one next to it called that one's called line dot. And the one next to
Mariposa. Can you teach me how to read?
Well, you already learned the first 2 important ones. Line dot and doohickey.
Let me help you with that. This here's a $sign.
Yeah, you
These
probably
are the numbers. That's all you need to know. Shut up.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yep. All right. So you gather up your horses and your equipment. You've got the cart. You've got most of you have been able to upgrade your horse at some point along the way here. So,
yeah.
Upgrade.
well, I mean, not you, but there was lots of mules when we started.
Poor Tequila Sunrise. I definitely dumped his ass.
Oh, right.
They're still with us, actually, I think.
I think
Yeah.
they're still with you. You're using them to kind of like take turns on the cart or whatever, along
Yeah.
with the draft
Oh,
horse.
yeah. No, Tequila Sunrise. There you are.
I still have my original draft horse.
And Beatrice rides up as well with you.
Oh.
She
Oh.
is taking one of the horses and she's like, well, I'm certainly not going to be left here with all of these bandits. I mean, you've at least saved my life a couple times. These guys, no offense. And she looks over at the other bandits that are gearing up with you. These ones are ultimately responsible for the death of most of my friends, so I'm not going to stay here with them by myself.
Right.
You understand we're right into danger, though.
You know what? Just before we leave, one of the things I would like to do is
Mhm.
ask Black Eye which one of their men may have killed a man with a giant hat? A giant white hat.
Oh.
Well, I think we... Are you talking about Clem?
They were all there. You killed all of them.
Yeah, we murdered the man who killed Clem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I got anybody. I don't think anybody ran away during that encounter.
Okay, never mind then.
I feel like Clem even may have killed his killer.
Just because I still have the mourning condition that we put on there, so I'm trying to figure out a way to
Oh, yeah, right.
wrap that one up.
Just get over it.
It's been 3 sessions.
Yeah, we have a whole new character with us. Why do I even care about that guy?
You could murder the rest of the bandits at the camp.
No, I don't want to murder all of them.
It's just because you're seeing his name everywhere you look.
Exactly.
Cuddles and cuddles.
There's cuddles and cuddles everywhere.
Just mattresses everywhere.
You need a mattress.
We're all like sporting Clem Cuddle shirts because that came with the mattresses for free.
50% off, not free. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you might still have to find a way.
I guess so. I was just hoping I could shoot a guy. What are you going to do in this time period, you know?
Well, you might have to... The person he is really angry at was his father.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So-
both his father and his grandpa.
Yeah. So if you somehow track one of them two down, maybe you can have closure. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yep. Maybe they're in Glass House. But yeah, Beatrice, you know we're going into danger, right?
Any more dangerous than where I've been before?
That's fair. But if you ever want to strike out on your own, you just let us know.
Well, once we hit a railroad, I may have options.
That's true. But we're taking over a train, so...
It's more of a train than I'll have ever owned before, so
All right, well...
perhaps we can rename it the Dandilly.
Well,
And she-
I don't know.
And she kicks her horse and rides out.
She takes the lead.
Before we can say anything to ruin that moment.
All aboard the Dandilly.
Yeah, it's like, I'm like, well, actually, maybe, and then she's gone.
Maybe Clam Cuddle. Yeah, maybe the Cuddles Express.
Lucas Dandilly.
All right, so you all saddle up. You've got your hostages in tow, and you head out, strike out into the desert with your bandit entourage. You are able to easily, at this point, make it through the maze because these bandits are with you. They know their way pretty proficiently.
Mm-hmm.
You emerge from the labyrinth of canyons into a more rolling hill part of the desert that's got scrub brush everywhere, kind of coming up saddle height on a lot of the horses. You go through dry river beds and they help you find a route that's a little easier on the cart than going over, like big rocks or big rutted river washes. You come to the head of this spring. The bandits knew where it was because this is one of the places where they, tried to scout out water.
Mm-hmm. I imagine there's a bunch of dead animals around.
You do. You see like a dead fox, many birds, some rodents that all within 10, 15 feet of the pool have just dropped dead amidst this brackish brown water. And the bandits all give this hateful look to Makarty sitting in the back of the cart as he blindfolded up there, maybe with a sack over his head, the sun beating down on him. The bandits all look to you at this point. You said that Makarty knew where to go from here.
Yeah, I guess we gotta unblindfold. It's the right word for that.
Unblindfold
Ungag him.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
You pull the sack from his head and he squints around in the sunlight, sees the landmarks around you, and he nods his head in a northeasterly direction. He says, up that way, you'll find a path that leads you to the arch. Once we're there, I can give you more directions.
All right. I'm going to fill up a jar with the poisoned water.
Okay. Add it to your sheet.
Will do.
I was going to ask Dan if you can maybe just double check these instructions that he's giving us, because I don't trust him either. He could be leading us into a trap.
What do you want me to do with him?
Not with him.
I think she wants you to attempt to also navigate, essentially, back up.
Yes.
I think
That's fair. Okay. Sure. I'll see if what he's saying so far is checked out.
Okay.
Maybe we want to send one of the other guys as a scout up ahead.
Mm.
Could do that. You give me a wits, and I think you've got some sort of skill there that would give you advantage, right?
Mine are mostly about like seeing at night and stuff. So if anyone else has that skill, that'd be better.
Right. I forgot. You can only climb on things.
Yeah, and not well.
You've got the telescope
Yeah, I can definitely let you borrow that.
or the spyglass.
That's true. Sure. I'll use that. And yeah, I'll do a wits, you said?
Mm-hmm.
That is an 11.
Okay. So you make your way up ahead of everybody to the top of the hill. You put your eye to the spyglass and you're peering back and forth through it. And you have trouble spotting anything until the rest of the cart catches up and, you can't see where you're supposed to go. So you probably will have to ask Makarty again.
Doggone it. All right.
You feel like you're lost.
Okay. Let's pull him out. Yeah. And I take off his sack and say, where are we going next?
He points down between the crevice between two hills. And as you follow the point of his finger, you look down there with the spyglass, and there's something about the way the rock is formed that you hadn't been able to pick out before. But with his directions, you're able to see, oh yeah, there is this arch in the rock. It looks like it's maybe just a fold in the side of a canyon wall or a mesa, but now that you're really looking at it, yeah, there is an arch. And as you begin to ride closer to it, it starts to resolve until, very clearly this long, big stone arch naturally formed by wind and rain over centuries or millennia or millions of years of weather and the changing climate out here.
Mm-hmm.
You get up beneath it and it towers above you hundreds of feet, this big stone arch, and you can see hanging from it dozens of bodies hanging by their ankles.
Uh-oh.
What? And we'll see you in 2 weeks. Thanks for listening to The House of Bob. You can help the podcast by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, by following The House of Bob at your favorite social media platforms, or by joining us on Discord. Most of all, you could support us by backing us on Patreon. That's patreon.com/thehouseofbob, where you get access to exclusive actual play campaigns, director's commentary, RPG articles, zines, and more. Right now we're playing Delta Green. Yeah, it's a good time. It's way freakier than this. All the links are in the show notes. This show is made possible by all of our patrons. Thank you so much for your support. Frontier Bobs is an independent production by the House of Bob and is not affiliated with the Den of Druids. We're using the game rules as published under the Frontier Scum third-party license. Art for this campaign is by me, Shaun Makes. Audio production is by Astronomic Audio. And music is by Duke Albert, John Julius, Mike Hammock, and Shubert. Thanks again for listening, and roll on.
Entourage. COVID?
Covet.
COVID City.
I don't want to go there.
Yeah.
And we'll see you.
And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Oh, Dan called it.
I'm just curious.
I think Alex told me to do it.
Okay. Alex told you to do it. You got to do it. No choice.
Yeehaw.
Woohoo.
Yeehaw.
Get along, little Bobby.
Tweet.
Little Bobby.
Get along, little Bobby.
Get along, little Bobby.
Dang
Here,
it,
Bobby, you get out of here.
Hey there, Bobby.